Our tour with John was absolutely incredible. He picked us up from our resort right on time and greeted us with such warmth that we immediately felt at ease. Throughout the day, he made every guest feel genuinely seen and respected. John's knowledge of the history, geology, and wildlife of Washington Slagbaai National Park is remarkable. I left with a deep appreciation for this unique and beautiful area of Bonaire. His ability to blend intelligence, hospitality, and humor made the experience engaging from start to finish. We also had plenty of opportunities to take photos, and anytime I attempted a selfie, John was already there offering to capture an even better shot of me and my husband. The day began with coffee or tea, a light breakfast snack, and a visit to the museum, an excellent introduction to the park's story. Then we set out in a military-grade vehicle, which added a fun and adventurous touch to the journey. The landscape came alive through John's explanations. Even if you researched beforehand, driving the park on your own simply wouldn't compare. There's so much you'd miss without a guide like him. Snorkeling at Wayaka Beach was another highlight. The water was stunning, and once again, John had fresh water and snacks waiting for us afterward. Lunch was a lovely picnic at the old harbor and historic buildings. The food was great, and we never felt rushed, neither while snorkeling nor during our meal. Our group required 2 vehicles, but John and his colleague worked seamlessly together to keep the tour flowing comfortably. Washington Slagbaai National Park is truly special, and having a knowledgeable guide makes all the difference. You absolutely get your money's worth with this experience. I'm sure there are many good guides on the island, but John is exceptional. You would be lucky to book him. My husband and I still talk about this tour. Don't pass it up. Really enjoyed the trip through the park. Got a lot of great info all day from our guide John. This excursion is definitely worth doing. Note that the tour description says you can opt for a hike, which we were interested in, but that was not an option we were given. Also be ready for a bumpy ride, the dirt and rock roads are rough. Very glad we did the excursion instead of trying to drive through this park ourselves. Well worth it. If you want to know and see a lot about the island, then this is highly recommended. We had a fantastic day with John and Eddie. Super enthusiastic guys who know a lot and share this with you while driving through the park. Snorkeling was wonderful. The lunch was superbly catered. Great driving skills through and around the potholes. You see and hear so much more than when you drive yourself. A fantastic day. A really great tour. We were picked up at the hotel where the tour started immediately with an explanation of Bonaire. Once at Washington Slagbaai, we discussed the day's plan. There were beautiful stops, good information, and a good dose of humor. Lunch was perfectly prepared. At the end, we were dropped off at the hotel. All in all, we had a wonderful day with the enthusiastic and passionate tour guides. We had a really fun day. We went out with John and he told us a lot about the nature of the park, but also about Bonaire in general. The story behind it makes it so much more enjoyable. A nice variety, nature, sightseeing, and a beautiful snorkeling spot. Lunch was well catered for. John did his best to make it pleasant for everyone. If in doubt, go for it. Highly recommended. The tour was amazing, I enjoyed every minute of it. Eddie was very much on time for the pickup at my hotel. He did the commentary in English and Dutch, in a very amusing way. I learned a lot and am glad to have done this tour. Would highly recommend to get to places of the island you would otherwise only see with your own car.